Hello and welcome to Tipsy VP episode 6 June 2020. 5th June, 2020. A weekly show where we share tips and tricks on how to improve your social media. Tipsy VP is brought to you by Virtual Palace Marketing, rehumanizing your marketing experience. My name is Sean.
And I'm Vivi.
This week's Weekly Tipsy. Marketers should move away from COVID messaging to these. We know that COVID isn't ending anytime soon, but we are quite tired of all the COVID stuff, right? We know we have to stay at home. We know we have a responsibility to flatten the curve. We're frankly quite tired of being reminded of this over and over and over again. It is frustrating to keep looking at it. Enough with the new normal or stay home or social distancing hashtags. Even though the challenge is far from over, the fatigue is real. If you're struggling, so the thing now is that as marketers, we need to move on to accepting what is going on and not keep reminding people that this is the new normal or social distance or all this kind of things. We need to
over the breakup already.
Yeah, we're over the breakup. We need to look forward.
Enough already. Yeah, let's introduce new boyfriend, and let's just go and date now. Okay, enough of throwback. Guys, it's the 6th. How many days?
I don't know. But
I don't know,
100
guys.
days. I think
It's an X. COVID is an X.
the first time COVID ever came about was maybe in January, let's say. Or January is not so bad. February maybe it started to get bad, right? And it's already June. Okay, half the year is over. We have had enough of all this. And as marketers, we should stop talking about things like unprecedented times, economic turmoil, and unforeseen circumstances.
Social distance.
Just no more.
Leave me alone.
So, marketers, here are some ideas that can help to turn your content around, to give it a little bit, to still be able to give the same kind of content, but by changing the messaging and the concept, right, you are able to give it a better light and make it seem as if you are not trying to shove the whole COVID thing down everybody's throats. The first one is less words, more visual cues. Maybe a couple of months ago, we needed to be told how far to stand from each other, what to do when we queue up, how to enter a mall or a store. During those times, it makes sense for instructions to come with a lot of explanations, right? How many feet apart, what you should do, step 1, step 2, step 3. Not anymore. Now we already know what to do, where to go, how to do everything. Not only is it unnecessary to keep reminding us with words, it's actually becoming quite annoying. Try creating your usual pre-pandemic content, right? Try to visualize what kind of content you used to create before the pandemic started. How was your campaign? What kind of content you were doing? What kind of educational or informational stuff you're giving people? All you have to do is just add some visual cues. Like, for example, you have a footer bar below and you just put the icons, right? 2 people standing apart, all the things, everything. You don't even need to tell them what that means. People already know what it means. And simple icons would do. And you can move ahead to build campaigns.
Yep, correct. So secondly, the new normal doesn't need a reminder. Let's start with the new normal. For one, we don't even know if it will be a permanent or temporary thing. In any case, we are well aware of the situation right now and don't need constant reminders. Instead of emphasizing on changes, treat this new normal like normal. Create content assuming it is a status quo. That way, the message won't be in your face obnoxious while still conveying the message over. Yeah, move on.
Yeah.
Just move on.
Just keep it as a normal thing. Like instead of saying, let's say for example, if you want to have a sale, you don't call it the COVID sale. You don't call it the
Try hard.
personal hygiene sale. Whatever. Just sale. Just a normal sale, right? We're running sale, and then we just want to sell more stuff, and you come in and you buy.
Just a sale. Yeah, no need like what distance sales, COVID
Guys,
3 months it's over.
Distance sales. Yeah. Number 3, more hope, less scare. There was a time when scaring people into inaction or action had its use. Those content has been too overly used by now. Really, too much. Okay. Content that creates hope works better at this point, giving people a future to look forward to instead of the constant scare. It's like, for example, we want to be able to see content where we can travel. We know that we can't travel right now. We know that going into the plane might be different for a while. We know that there could be quarantine. We don't care.
I know, yeah, I'm ready.
Yes,
Okay, it's
we are
okay.
ready. If we can travel, these are the places that we want to go. And we don't want to know how difficult it is to get there. We just want a sense of hope, right? There could be a possibility that maybe this year or maybe early next year, we can go to these places again. Just hope, right?
Yeah, you mean when you think you're caring, you're actually scaring.
Yeah, right. Yes, exactly. Exactly, that's the point. And we know we want to go into the cinema, right? But we know the problems it takes to get into the cinema. We know we want to go to the gym. These are the things that we want. And we know the struggles they have to go through and how hard is it and what kind of thing we need to do. But we don't want to care about the mechanics or how to get there. We just want to be able to have the hope of being able to go there.
You're ready to eat. Now what?
Yeah.
So yeah.
And from the marketing point of view, we shouldn't keep throwing uneducated guess like, oh, it could be like this, or it could be like that. All we need to do is just to market hope, and that will help a lot.
Market the future.
Market the future, market hope, and market a possible future where COVID isn't a problem anymore. And let's say we find a vaccine, we find a cure, everything is back to normal. That is the hope that we all want.
Correct. So yeah. Alright, so fourth one, stop educating people on COVID. News on the pandemic has been circulating over 6 months now, and it has been recreated in all languages and circulated more times than we can ever imagine. Anyone who needs to know about this situation has already been adequately educated. If they don't believe in it, there's nothing we can do now but to pray on their behalf. It's time to stop all educational posts already. Engagement has fallen to an all-time low. Come on, even the newborn baby, the first word they say is not mother, daddy, but COVID. I got those guys, please stop it. COVID.
So imagine, right, if marketing content still has this like kind of grids that do like what to do when you go out, wear mask lah, hygiene, keep cleaning yourself, all this kind of thing. No. Just stop with all these education posts. Go back to revert to your old campaigns, talk about your old stuff. Number 5, drop all COVID-related punchlines. We have also had enough of taglines and hashtags that keep nagging us of the importance of staying safe in the new normal. So let's just drop all these taglines altogether. Nobody is actively searching for content on these taglines anyway because they are way too annoying. So I think the key ones are new normal, social distancing, stay safe, stay home, all these kind of things. These are
The 1 meter gap leh.
too old. I think we should just let it go. Wear mask or whatever it is, just let it go. We already know what we need to do. So if your campaign still has these things, drop everything, rewrite your campaign, rework your visuals, and come up with something that pretends as if COVID doesn't exist and just push forward to a future that we all hope that we can get. All right, so let's recap this week's Weekly Tipsy. Marketers should move away from COVID messaging to these. Number 1, less words, more visual cues. Stop educating people on how to do these things on explanations. Just visual icons would do. Number 2, the new normal doesn't need a reminder. We don't care if the new normal is temporary or it's permanent. We just want the new normal to be normal. Market it as it is. Number 3, more hope, less scare. I think we are quite tired of being scared of what can COVID do to us. I think we are looking forward to the hope of what happens if we need to live with it, or if it goes away, what kind of hope are we expecting? Number 4, stop educating people on COVID. Anybody who is everybody will already know how COVID works and how to stay away, what to do. So we need to stop educating people. We have enough of it. Number 5, drop all COVID-related punchlines. Remove all the hashtags and keywords and punchlines that are related to COVID. Let's move forward. Let's market as if it's not there.
Another thing.
Yeah, it's just another thing.
It's a normal thing.
Right, so that's all for Tipsy BP this week. Tipsy BP Podcast is a part of Social Media Weekly and is available on Anchor FM, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, and more. Our full videos are available on YouTube, and we post bits and clips on Instagram and Facebook. This is Tipsy VP episode 5th June 2020. My name is Sean.
And
Au revoir.
Sayonara.
COVID. New normal.
Oh my God.